What's up, you guys? I'm in beautiful Miami, but I want to get straight to the point. I want to talk about how extremely underrated it is to just kind of be regular and how we can transmute being regular into our content. Obviously, right now in 2025, the talk is authenticity and being genuine, etc. And being able to create content that can also transmute into making money, getting brand deals, being a part of projects, really dope projects with, big brands and companies. And my thing is just how underrated it still is, especially as a man, as a man right now, because we still have this air of the high value man and pushing content about pushing all of your success onto the internet and showing everybody how you make your money and what you do, as far as business and, which is cool, which is really cool. I just think it's a little pretentious, especially being here, like in Miami. Miami is a very pretentious city. There's a lot of really cool shit going on here, but it's also disingenuous in a lot of ways. Is it doesn't there isn't any. I'm not gonna say there isn't, because there's pockets of social circles where there are genuine activities and authentic activities going on. What I know is on this channel, I want to be able to, and I'm pushing this type of content where I'm just doing a lot of speaking to the camera and talking to you guys, like you guys are my friends. You guys are my friends now, and just being myself and being authentic and allowing that to transmute. I'm using that word a lot, to transmute into something where I can make a living off of it, make really good money off of it, get brand deals, etc. Being authentic is a thing where in Miami it's hard to do, and just having a community of people where you can be completely authentic with what you're doing and being able to push that. Small example, right? I watch a lot of YouTube videos where there are like creator camps. The sun is on the side right now. Hold on. But hope you guys can see me. So there are a lot of like creator camps and YouTube channels where you see a bunch of people that do really dope, really dope content with them just being themselves, and it's getting a lot of really good looks from companies, brands, etc., where they're pushing a lot of their products onto these set groups of people. Small example, right? Seinfeld. I use Seinfeld as an example a lot because it's the perfect example, and I think this is kind of like a business model that a lot of brands are using now, where they find a group of people, and it's not necessarily a group of people with a lot of followers. They don't have a lot of followers. They have a solid group of followers, and it might be a pedigree of followers that they have. Seinfeld, when it came out, the show wasn't a massive success for like the first 5-6 years or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. But they had a solid following of people that was watching the show. And it was because of the pedigree of people that was watching it. It was mainly like the New York Jewish community watching Seinfeld for the first 5, 6, 7 years, and high-end brands or whatnot understood the concept of being able to have solid followers with a pedigree and the money to purchase their products. If you get what I'm saying, And after a while, Seinfeld became what it was, a massive success, to the point where they were getting like $10 million a show, etc., whatnot. That's kind of where we are right now. Brands aren't necessarily looking for like the super macho man, the super pretentious guys in Miami on the yachts and the big boats, and there are brands for that. But most people are regular, most people are average, and there's nothing wrong with that. And most people want to be able to watch content where they can relate to, where they can see themselves in the content that they're watching. They can relate to it. And I think right now for me is finding my place like within that circle. I'm on social media. I have an Instagram page with 13,000 followers. I also have a YouTube channel with over 3,000 followers, which right now my YouTube channel, I haven't done anything on that channel in months, maybe almost over a year or something like that. And I'm going to go back and eventually put some work into it and try to see what I can do with that channel and try to just transform it into a channel where it all connects with this channel, my Instagram, and other social platforms. Because really, I want to be able to push outdoor activities. I'm heavy into art, fashion, just a lifestyle, like a genuine lifestyle channel. And I'm looking for a community of people that are into the same things as I am. I'm from Miami. Miami, we have a particular swagger about us. We're not necessarily like the average American that might live in North Carolina or Virginia or whatnot. We might do things a little different, but I can tell you for the most part, I'm genuinely who I am. And I want to make this clear. As being a so-called black man in America, I think right now there's this really weird thing that's happening. Like, you can't necessarily. It's like we're being divided all over again in how we dress, the type of content that we should be into, the type of content that we're making. It's like it's this it feels sinister to me. I don't know. It feels sinister to me where, look, like how I'm dressed right now, this is how I dress. I put clothes together, whatever. But I also dress normal. I dress very normal with Calvin Klein jeans and a t-shirt and a dad hat or something like that. And I've always dressed that way. I was born in the 80s. I'm an 80s baby. But now all of a sudden, if you're not dressed fashionably, or you're not carrying yourself in a way where you can promote a product, it's almost like you shouldn't do it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you can't be regular and not be like of the servant class, if you understand what I'm saying. And it's weird to me. It's really weird to me. I grew up in a mixed culture of people in my neighborhood. We had whites, blacks, Hispanics. We had Jews, Russians, Asians, whatever. I also grew up doing what people would say was white boy shit. I grew up playing hockey. Yeah, we had an ice rink not too far from here, off of Biscayne, and maybe like 140 something street down the street from FIU. If you guys know what I'm talking about right now, I think it might be where the Prestige Imports is right now. It was called the Miami Ice Arena. We played ice hockey. I played street hockey, rollerblading and whatnot. So my culture is American. I'm American, so I want to be able to push an American lifestyle, just as who I am, and not as a quote unquote black man. You understand what I'm saying? Anyways, I'm just talking to you guys. This is just like an intimate thought. I hope I wasn't all over the place with this. Again, I'm in beautiful Miami, right off the water, as you guys can see. It's nice here, man. It's really, really nice here. But anyways, man, thank you guys for listening. If you're into this type of content, I promise you I will have more interesting content showing me doing outdoorsy things, fashion, art, and all the good stuff.